Let's look at process. One of the biggest challenges for a tutor is to know how to pace the class progression through the curriculum program. What is important for tutors to believe is children are not all the same, and therefore children do progress at different rates in their cognitive development. A large proportion of music skills, however, are dependent on experiences and the regularity in which these skills are reinforced and mastered, otherwise known as practice. The more social interaction around the concepts being learnt, the more effectively the skills are retained and remembered. A class can progress together, even if there are members who have not quite mastered the piece that they have been working on. A class needn't be pushed along to keep up with one child who is progressing faster than the others. That child can be given extra challenges to do with the current piece without demeaning their effort or talent. So, each class should progress according to the greatest common denominator. In other words, at a pace that caters for the progress needs of the greatest proportion of the group. It is in the interest of Saturday Music that classes should remain the same throughout the year, thus cementing a sense of security and relationship in the group. Together with a respectful, positive and prepared tutor, the context will provide the ideal environment for solid learning and the progression of each student. Let's have a look at practice. Why do children choose to learn an instrument? Because they enjoy the sensation music gives them and the satisfaction of learning how to play music successfully for their own and for others' benefit. When at home, children have two options. They can play their instrument, or they can practice new skills and patterns. These two options are not the same as each other. A key truth is perfect practice makes perfect. Many students are taught in class by their teacher to play from the beginning of the song to the end of the song. Each pattern is taught in the song, and then the students are told to go home and practice. This approach is inherently flawed. The result is students think that what they do at home is called practice. They play from the beginning of the song to the end, playing each pattern as they did in their lesson. In almost all cases, the playing is not done to tempo, not played with strict rhythmical accuracy, and when errors are made, the error is corrected once before moving on. They begin to build playing as their habit, reinforcing the flawed system over and over again, which becomes increasingly difficult to undo afterwards, and subsequently building the belief that they are not a fast learner. They become frustrated with their lack of progress or their inability to develop a song to performance standard. Ultimately, they begin to lose interest in their instrument and consider ceasing music lessons. The overall effect is a spiral downwards. Practice, on the other hand, is characterized by the learning of a concept, pattern or skill in small steps, allowing a more efficient rate of mastery. Once a pattern within a song is mastered, a student moves on to the next pattern, working it to mastery and then joining it to the first pattern. Patterns are progressively mastered and added, thus practiced at home to a mastered standard. It is ideal if a child can practice at home, supervised by an adult who knows and understands what and how the child should practice. Tutors should always encourage the students' parents or caregivers to be involved in their children's music learning as much as possible. As a student builds each pattern to mastery, their confidence builds. They become more interested in performing it. The overall effect is a spiral upwards.